Another day, another time lapse. Here we are, making another dream come true. This one's dream is Colin Raitmeyer, right hand of the Pope, says, "Can you make the entire world Catholic? All rulers, all counties?" And I say, "Of course, my man. Look at this wonderful Catholic world." So everybody's Catholic. It's going to be an interesting take on this. We got some clan Catholics, we got some tribal Catholics. Our first prediction is that we're going to bet on how much money the Pope is going to be making by the end of this. My guess is it's probably going to be around, let's say, 1,200 gold. The most powerful nation on the world will be the Byzantines, just because the expansion is going to be an interesting ordeal because they're not as likely to attack one another. There might be some consolidation within empires and people becoming vassalized that way. And lastly, because the Greeks are going to do so well, I think the most spoken language will be Greek. And with that, let's get to this lovely time lapse. I'll see you in a bit. Things are a lot more consolidated than we've seen before. Boom, 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 boom. East is a little more separated between a couple kingdoms. Looks like for the most part, people are staying Catholics. It was fun to see the Mongols come in and then immediately shatter. I wonder if they stayed Catholic. Temujin himself, not Catholic, but his son Jochi definitely became Catholic. As for here in the Mideast, we have the Fatimid Empire, which is the Arabian Empire just exploding out. Then we have the Byzantines as well, having have a game for themselves. Nubia, Sao, a lot more consolidation in Africa, and it looks like I think we had a status quo finish, so that's why we have some wild Aragonian empires. Here in the British Isles, we have Surrey, for some reason having a kingdom, and the Welsh still hanging on. Alba, same. Holy Roman Empire doing well for themselves as well. 45,000 troops, dang. The elusive Scandinavia still not having a time, and as usual, Westslavia. Final total of conversions is seemingly nothing. Nothing has changed. Everybody stayed Catholic. There might have been some changes here and there throughout the history of time, but for the most part, it looks like Catholicism has reigned supreme. Let's just confirm that by doing this. Yep, 1,571 counties are Catholic. Speaking of supreme, let's talk about how much money our peasant leader of a Pope, Victor the Fourth, is doing. How much money do we think? I said 1,200. We're sitting at about a little less than 1,100, which is so much money. Is all of his stuff tricked out? I hope it is at this point. Yeah, it seems like he's got it pretty tricked out. Yep, all of his lands are tricked out. I'm surprised he doesn't own more land. I'm surprised some vassal, some lord out there didn't just give him more land. Church holdings, most of it's church holdings, and from his domain, about 80 gold of it is his own. So it's dang. He's also got a small private army of 24,000 troops, which is nothing to sneeze at. And as usual, people are also still seeking indulgences. Culture, and see what's next. As usual, I say this every time. Culture is fun. It's interesting. It adds spice, and I think it's a good metric to look at, but it doesn't really tell us that much, because culture in a world where everybody's Catholic isn't as important as, say, being Catholic. What madness comes about, because it looks like the English did get formed this time. The Welsh, Irish are a thing. Mercians, Norwegians, Dano-Franco is kind of fun. To our next thing, we'll look at kingdoms real quick and see if any major changes were happening. A little more differences down here in the south. Obviously, we've already checked out that. The fact that England holds on to their territories over here is kind of interesting. I feel like France is due for a buff. They keep getting split between Aquitaine and England. Empire map mode. Chagatai was formed. Golden Horde, nice. No other empires, it seems, other than the Byzantine, Fatimids, and then all the weird empires here, as well as the HRE, Westslavia. I feel like Britannia, did it ever get created? No. Languages, and I think my prediction of Greek being the top spoken makes the most sense. Yeah, the fact that they came down here and just started speaking it too, it's wonderful. It's just a wonderful, almost lingua franca. So what did we learn? In a Catholic world, people still fight. Expansion still occurs. It just doesn't occur on like as massive of a scale. I wonder if any crusades happened during this process. I don't think so, because what are they going to crusade for? There's no non-believers. I think that's all we have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend about our content, and have a good rest of your day. Ciao.